Bill DeFoi. Welcome into In the Community. And my guest right now is Abel Magaña. He's with the Oxnard Downtown Improvement District. And Abel, good to have you back.
It's always good to be back.
Listen, I understand that coming to the city of Oxnard is Restaurant Week.
We're right in the midst of it actually right now. It started actually this past Saturday, and it continues on through the end of the month actually. It's a little bit more, we squeeze a little bit more out because there are so many good foods out there to try. So it runs from January 22nd through the 31st.
So Restaurant Week, tell us a little bit about what it is and who's involved.
Sure. Well, Restaurant Week actually is an initiative of the state of California, and it's to support our local restaurants and eateries. And so every city, every community actually has the opportunity to promote their own, and they get some support from the state. And so our effort here locally is led by our tourism bureau, and every year they coordinate with a number of the restaurants here to offer some outstanding specials so that people can try them. You know, sometimes you're caught up in the moment you go into the fast food places or the usual chain restaurants, and you forget about these little local gems, these locally owned, family-owned establishments, and this is a way for them to shine.
Is there a way for people to get a hold of the information as to which restaurants are involved?
Yeah, there's a website or a web page set up at on the Visitor Bureau site. It is visitoxnard.com/Restaurant Week. Excellent.
Now, what else is going on in the city of Oxnard, especially in the downtown area?
Well, there's always a lot going on, but right now we are in the midst of a very special opportunity for the downtown of Oxnard. We have a group of urban planners that have come into town. It's the Congress for New Urbanism. Their website is cnu.org, and they actually it's comprised of it's a membership of urban planners, architects, experts in planning cities, communities, and their mission really is to create sustainable, walkable communities. I think if you think about places like this, the gold standard is probably like Santa Barbara and State Street and that kind of thing. So they're here pro bono to work in our community here over the next 5 days. So we're talking actually it starts this Friday officially, from January 29th through February 2nd, to meet with members, stakeholders in the community, some of our elected officials, and just, the average citizen is invited to come out and meet with these folks. And they're gathering information about our community, learning about it, and with the intent of putting together a vision for the downtown, for how we, adjust to the times, make changes in our streetscape, and make it all that, according to their mission.
Now, they have been, you said, involved in Santa Barbara, in the downtown area there?
Well, no, I'm using Santa Barbara as kind of an example of a really an ideal type of a walking, livable community. There's a lot of richness in the culture there. It's very the housing mix with the housing and the retail sector. Live-work communities. And I think when we look at where we want to go with our downtown, we do need more people here living 24/7 and availing themselves of the amenities here.
So what kind of a process, beyond meeting with city leaders and other stakeholders here in the community, what other processes do they go through to develop sort of a master plan, if you would, to revitalize the downtown area?
Right. Well, they'll be looking at past efforts. There have been other consultants that have come through and have put together plans in the past. Some of them have been implemented to an extent. And where we're here in the downtown is it's never been fully realized. There's been some past efforts and some bumps in the road, if you will. So they'll take a look at some of those and see what's still valid, what still makes sense to implement. They'll use their expertise and experience in other communities and what does work as sort of best practices, and and the rest is the magic that these guys do in the studio. They go back and you know, I look at it as sort of, you know, it's kind of an egghead type of a thing. You know, these are brilliant people who are, you know, degreed in, you know, in architecture and urban planning, and you know, some of that is just the magic that comes with that kind of level of education and acumen.
Well, I know that the Centennial Plaza in downtown Oxnard is part of that revitalization effort.
Right. Centennial Plaza, where we're at right now, here at La Fonda del Rey restaurant, was part of the last big revitalization projects that were here in the downtown, and that was about circa 2005. So right ahead of when we hit the recession, and also kind of things kind of slow down, and now they're picking up again. So it seems like a really good time to have these folks down here. We are very fortunate to have them, because as I mentioned, they do come pro bono. Their services are contributed free. We only cover their actual cost of being here, their room and board as while they're here, but the value of their services is upwards of $300,000 to $500,000.
Oh, that's incredible. Now, what else is going on in downtown Oxnard?
Let's see, what else do we got we have coming up? Well, events that ongoing. There's entertainment at some of our local restaurants to go along with your enjoyable meals. You can do karaoke at La Dolce Vita. They have an open mic night on Thursday nights. The kitchen is a place where was featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. We're kind of like coming out of the holiday season still, so not a whole lot of
A little bit of a transition.
Yeah, not a whole lot of actual events in the street right now, but some fun stuff anyway. Always good times here in the local restaurants and clubs.
All right. Well, people want more information. Where can they go to get more information about what's happening here in the downtown area?
Bill, you can always find out what's going on in downtown at downtownoxnard.org. It's the official website of the downtown. And then follow us on Facebook and our Instagram, Downtown Oxnard, keyword, simple.
Wonderful. Abel Magaña has been our guest, and he's with the Oxnard Downtown Improvement District. I'm Bill DeFoi. You've been watching In the Community, a production of the Heritage Media Group.